Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over bookshelf number 2. So let's just get started because there's a lot to look at. First I have this little frame that just says my thoughts are stars I can't fathom into constellations, and this is a quote from one of John Green's books. And I'm really sorry about my guinea pig, but he loves my voice, so he's squeaking like crazy and I don't know if you can hear it or not. So let's get started with this. Rogue by Julie Kagawa, and the first book that I have is on my favorite shelf, so it's not on this shelf. Everything That Makes You by Moria McStay. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. Fake ID by Lamar Giles. The School for Good and Evil by Simone something, I don't know. The Unidentified by Ray Mariz, I think. 100 Sideways Miles by Andrew Smith. The Cure for Dreaming by Kat Winters. Landry Park by Bethany Hagen. Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. The Eye of Minds and The Rule of Thoughts, both by James Dashner. Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Fairest, all by Marissa Meyer. The Winner's Curse and The Winner's Crime, both by Marie Rutkowski. Teardrop and Waterfall, both by Lauren Kate, and I am not feeling that cover change at all. I Was Here by Gail Forman. Burn for Burn, Ashes to Ashes, and Fire with Fire, all by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. Invisible by Andrea Kramer and David Levithan. Landline by Rainbow Rowell. And Her, Fearful Symmetry by Audrey Niffenegger. I think that's how you say her last name. So that's it for shelf 1. Let's move on to shelf 2. Okay, now we're on to shelf 2, and I do have a box set, so I'm not going to pull it out. I'll just go over it. It is the Percy Jackson series. So we've got The Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian, and all of these are by Rick Riordan. Pivot Point and Split Second, both by Casey West. The Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blankman. H2O by Virginia Bergen. The Madman's Daughter. Her Dark Curiosity, and A Cold Legacy by Megan Shepherd. I think I did those in order, but I'm not sure. Invaded by Melissa Landers. Alienated is on my favorite shelf, and I will do a video of my favorite shelf at some point whenever I get to it. Tender Morsels by Margot Lanigan, and The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters, all by Laini Taylor. Shards and Ashes, and this is like a bind-up of short stories, mainly by Melissa Marr and Kelly Armstrong, but there are other stories by Veronica Roth, Cami Garcia, and Margaret Stoll, and others. The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. Jacoby by William Ritter. Mistwood by Leah Sipeth. Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. Under the Never Sky, Through the Ever Night, and Into the Still Blue, all by Veronica Rossi, and I'm not sure if those were in order either. The Inventor's Secret by Andrea Kramer. 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. And My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. On to shelf 3. Alright, we are at shelf 3 now. White Hot Kiss and Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Bloodlines, The Golden Lily, The Indigo Spell, Silver Shadows, The Ruby Circle, and The Fiery Heart, all by Rochelle Mead, and I'm not sure if those last two were out of order. I can't remember. S by J.J. Abrams. The Bookman's Tale, A Novel of Obsession by Charlie Lovett. The Divorce Papers by Susan Rieger. The Here and Now by Anne Brashers. The Mystery of Lewis Carroll by Jenny Wolfe. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. All Fall Down by Jennifer Weiner. Sacre Bleu by Christopher Moore. The Darkest Minds. Never Fade. In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken. The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. End Times by Anna Schumacher. In the After by Demetria Lunetta. Pulse by Patrick Carman. And Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. Alright, we got 2 more to go. Okay, now we're on the next to the last shelf. This is mostly, well, a lot of Stephen King and Neil Gaiman. Okay, so this first little bit, all of it's by Stephen King, obviously. So we have Gerald's Game, Full Dark, No Stars, Dr. Sleep, Pet Sematary, and I have to say, I love these covers that look so old-like. I don't know, I really like it. Desperation, I also really love this cover. Insomnia, which is a fitting title for a book this large. Under the Dome, 11/22/63, Firestarter, Revival, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, Joyland. I have the audio book of Under the Dome, and I haven't really listened to it, but I got it for really cheap, so that's why I bought it. So those are all of my Stephen King books that are on this shelf. There are a few on my favorite shelf as well, but we'll get to that at some point. Remember Me, Thirst Volume 1, Thirst Volume 2, Thirst Volume 3, and Thirst Volume 4. All of those are by Christopher Pike. The Graveyard Book, Neverwhere, Stardust, Unnatural Creatures. I just realized that my shelves are very, very dusty. Ignore that. Interworld, and American Gods, all by Neil Gaiman. So, now we're moving down to the last shelf. Okay, this is the part where I hold the camera because it doesn't really make sense to use a tripod, which I really can't anyways, it doesn't go this low. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. Amanda Knox, Waiting to be Heard, a memoir. Exposed, The Secret Life of Jodi Arias. I think that's how you say her name, and I don't know how to say that person's name. The Monsters of Templeton by Lauren Croft. The Curiosities by Maggie Stiefvater, Tessa Gratton, and Brenna Yovanoff. A collection of stories. Imagine by Jonah Lehrer? I'm not sure. Five Kingdoms by Brandon Mull. Velveteen by Daniel Marks. The Zombie Survival Guide, Recorded Attacks by Max Brooks. Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. Sweet Surprise, and this is a contemporary romance collection of stories. Heist Society by Allie Carter. Arclight by Jocelyn L. McQueen, and the sequel, Meridian. Annoying, The Science of What Bugs Us by Joe Polska and Flora Lightman. Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. And I have these two random Maggie Stiefvater books. When I moved halfway across the country, I don't know what happened to my other books in the Shiver series. So right now all I have is Center, which she released recently, and Forever. The same goes for this one. This is Timepiece by Mira McIntyre, and I think this is the second book in the series, and I'm not sure where my other books in this series are. The Professionals by Owen. We're just gonna leave that there. Oh, back there is a 2012 Guide to Literary Agents, and there's a couple other books in the same kind of genre, but they're outdated now, obviously. Then we have Incarnate, Asunder, and Infinite, all by Jodi Meadows, and these are amazing covers. This book is The Wreck and Sinking of the Titanic, the Ocean's Greatest Disaster, and it is by Marshall Everett. Dork Diaries #1 and #2, both by Rachel Renee Russell. A Twisted Ladder by Rhodey Hawk. Ghost Story by Peter Straub. And last but not least, we have a steampunk book, Extraordinary Tales of Victorian Futurism, and this was edited by Mike Ashley. So that is it for shelf number 2, you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you've read any of these, or if you think that I should read any of these as like a top priority. And I should be getting around to filming my other shelves soon if you're interested. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh my god, these are jammed in here. Wow. Holy crap, but I didn't know I squeezed them in there so tightly. I just want these two. Holy crap balls. It's like really tight fitting. That's what she said. And this guy wanted to see me, so I say hi, Bear. Say hi, Bear. Hi. It's like, stop it. Am I recording? Yes. Bear, say hi. Instead of biting me. Are you gonna let me do this? Maybe? Stop biting me. I'm trying to film and you're hurting me. Stop it. The Curiosities by Megan. Bear, stop eating my book. I just painted my nails and you're getting teeth marks all over my fingernails. I don't like it. Stop it.